Hey, hey everyone. So another episode 7. Last video I said it wrong. It wasn't 5, it was 6. And that doesn't matter because it's about the content. Okay, so I'm jumping back and forth a little, as I said in the last video, because it just feels better to not do this chronologically. And I love sitting in the sun. It might not make the most beautiful video. And sorry, not sorry, because I just love sitting in the sun and I had the inspiration to make this now. Okay, so picture this. I came back from from my sabbatical in Australia, where the whole idea for Fra Lippo was born. And for anyone who doesn't know the story, because I told it a couple of times, and I might tell it again, I wrote a blog post about it that I will put in the description so you can read it whenever you feel like it. So I came back from Australia. I had already started with the lip balms. I hadn't gone to Berlin yet. I was back in Amsterdam and I was freaking out. I was just panicking big time. Like my whole body was in extreme turmoil. I was crying. I was everything. I was panicking because I thought, how on earth am I going to make this happen? Because mind you, I was extremely determined not to sell my time anymore and work in an office, because that just really killed my soul. And I thought, whatever happens, that's not going to happen. And I want to make this lip balm thing, I want to make it a success. So this is pre-lipsticks as well, lip and cheek. And so panicking in my living room in the apartment where I'm actually in now, and it's my apartment, so pacing up and down, and I thought, I need marketing, but I don't have any money for marketing. And yeah, it wasn't a good state. It was an awful state. What happened was either the same or the very next day, I got an email from Yoga Magazine, and I recently found the article that they placed in the magazine at the time, which is pretty cool. I still have all the, yep. And they emailed me and they said something like, we found out about your lip balms. We would love to feature you. I was so amazed and surprised. I don't even remember how they found me, because I literally just started. Yeah, no, through Bona. Bona was my very first sales point, Boom Boom Boutique. Not sure if I told you. I will just repeat, I will tell it again. So when because it wasn't an idea of mine to start a vegan lip balm and lip and cheek brand, not at all. But the brand and my higher self and everyone else had a different idea. So this was already born before I knew it was going to be born. Like the name, everything was already, and this is in hindsight, right? And I'm going to give you the teachings that link in with like connecting the dots backwards, because this is what this whole series is about. So Bona of Bon Bon Boutique, she was a Facebook friend at that time, 2014-ish. Yep. And I had just decided to actually make a product out of my little tests that I was doing. I was just making lip balms for the fun of it because I enjoyed it. And that is, again, Bashar says, follow your highest excitement. without being attached to the outcome. And I had just come back from Australia and I was so full of inspiration and life and freshly turned vegan. And so it meant that it meant that my intuition was through the roof because my body was super clean. And so when I posted that on Facebook, like, guys, I have a product. Bonne, the owner of Bon Bon Boutique, which still exists 10 years later in the center of Amsterdam, she makes beautiful jewelry. And she said, "Oh, do you need a sales point?" And so this girl, the person that wrote me from Yoga Magazine, had seen my lip balms at Bon Bon Boutique. You know, everyone and their mother is involved in getting you whatever it is that you have signed up to come here to do. And so Yoga Magazine then put me in one of their editions. And again, I was reminded of ask and it is given. At that time, I didn't see it like that. At that time, I was thanking Mama Universe for everything the whole time. And I had no idea that I had a good influence myself with asking and with taking care of my focus and my mindset and my energy. And also from this story, because oftentimes we think we need to think positive all the time. We can't be negative, we can't cry, we can't panic. But you know what? First of all, you came here for the contrast, so you know what you don't want. And when you know what you don't want, you also know what you do want. And second of all, if there are things in your body that have gained momentum, like panic and sadness and fear, you cannot just push them down. Like, you've gained momentum, they're going to have to express. And at the moment that they're expressed, I'm just trying to keep myself in the sun here. And the moment that they're expressed, then finally the water is still again, right? Your ships come in over a calm sea, and the ships can come in. And the how is never up to us. I just knew, like, I need to have marketing, because I thought that would be the way for me to get more people to know about my brand, which it probably did. But what I have learned and what I've learned in the meantime, it's not about the marketing. It's about the belief in the marketing that will do something. And that is what Seth says, right? Your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs translated into your energy, they create your reality. So I have many more media stories that are pretty cool, but I will leave you with this story. And also, there's something else that I want to share with you with regards to who you are being. So I love the teachings of Paul Selig and the guides. And they speak about, Paul was yesterday, he was explaining to the interviewers that asked him, like, how to be your most authentic self, or how to service. And Paul said, we get asked this a lot, him and the guides. And the thing is, you don't need to do anything special. Your life, you being you, doing what you do, drinking coffee, cleaning the house, that is you being authentically you and you servicing. Like, how do you treat people in the supermarket when you buy something? That's service, my friend. How are you expressing yourself? Do you write because you want to? Or are you like, well, if someone reads it, I'll be embarrassed, or no one will read it, so I won't do it. Always be authentically yourself, because it's the authenticity that draws people to you. That's what it's about. And believe me, I know that it can be scary. And you have this life, so why not make the best of it? And Dr. Seuss says, I love this quote of him. I hope I'm not effing it up. So Dr. Seuss says something like, do what you do, be what you love, what you want to do, because the people that matter don't mind, and the people that mind don't matter. Who gives a shit what anyone thinks that is not important to you, or that you think is important to you, and that has a meaning that you're like, you know what, this is not respectful. Bye bye. Because in the end, it's about being with people that respect you, love you, understand you, and support you. Be with your clique. Also, okay, I'm going off on a tangent a little, a couple of more minutes, yeah? And you can stop the video at any time if you're done with this. So, yesterday I saw a really good post saying, I'm paraphrasing, it was something like, if you have a circle of friends that don't understand what you're doing, that are not supportive, and blah, 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 you don't have a circle of friends, you have a cage. And I thought, wow, that's so true. Be with the people, moving with the sun, guys. Be with the people that understand you, that love you, that support you. And if you don't have them around you at the moment, then check out videos like mine. Find support on Facebook, because I can tell you for 1,000% there are people like you. You have a unique sound, a unique tone, and all of us together, we're making this symphony. And with some people, it just sounds really, you just don't want to listen to it, and that's fine. And also, if it changes, that's fine, because you will always run into the perfect people. The perfect people will find you only when you can be yourself. Because if you're playing to be a G note, but you're actually a C note, and I'm not musical, so I might say like something super, and then you want to play with an F major, the G note might not fit, but you're not the G anyway. You were the, what did I say, C? And they fit together. So always be you. Always be you, and trust that you're being taken care of. Because trust, my friend, trust is your North Star. Well, freedom and trust. Because if you can't trust yourself, life, what do you have? What do you have when you don't have trust? Okay, preach over. I'm assuming and trust that you liked it. If you didn't, then you didn't. If you did, then you did. And I love both. See you in the next. Bye.